Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. Hey, hoo, ha. We got a big weekend coming up. This is the 4th of July weekend. 250 years. We made it 250 years as a grand experiment called the United States. Have I cried on this camera reading the poem at the bottom of the foot of Lady Liberty? I have. Proud American. Very, very excited to be American. Couldn't be happier to be American. Very excited that we made it 250 years. Here's to 250 more. Let's do it. Today, because this is such a big weekend, obviously, what are you going to make cocktails for all the people at your place? No. You're going to drink a lot of beer. You're going to take shots. You're going to do whatever. So I am bringing to you a classic hangover cure called an Angostura Phosphate. We are still in the summer of acids, so we're going to be doing 3 different acids today. We're going to be getting some carbonic acid in there, some citric acid in there, and some acid phosphate, which has things like calcium, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, all kinds of things to get in here. So we're going to be doing that. Get ready. Normally this comes this is a soda water situation. We're not doing soda water. We're going to be creating our own carbonic acid. Crazy. We did not home make the acid phosphate that we'll be using in here because that is scary. Pretty scary. We don't want that. And then the citric acid is also pretty easy. So let's get into it. Let's start with the beginnings, shall we? Let's get over into here, and we are going to create a lemon syrup. There's a lot of easy ways to do this. You can just put lemon and sugar together. That's fine. That's great. Instead, we're going to start over here with our friend. This is citric acid. This is citric acid solution. This is a 6% solution. So 6 grams of citric acid and 94 grams of water. That'll get you about the acidity of a normal regular lemon. Let's go ahead and put in 1 full ounce of this right here. This is not for the drink. This is prep. Hold on. Get to the drink soon. Drink doesn't take that long. And then this is simple syrup. This is 2-to-1 simple syrup, 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. We're just going to add these 2 things together, and that will give us a solution of like a citric acid simple syrup. Very simple. It's just like adding lemon and sugar to a cocktail. We should have just done that. We're not, but we could have. 1 ounce of this 2-to-1 simple syrup. Great. Let's give this a stir. Let's put it in the middle. There we go. Just nice little stir so everything's all mixed up. Let's obviously give it a taste so you can watch me make a stupid face when it's too sour. It's pretty sour. Not super sour. It's pretty good, actually. Nice and clear. Perfect for... Let me tell you what this is perfect for. If you are making something like a martini, you want that martini to be nice and crystal clear, but you don't want to just drink straight gin. A little bit of this will help out. If you have clarified, if you've milk clarified something, a lot of times the curds will pull out a lot of the acid flavors, a lot of the lemons or limes that you put in there. Adding a little bit more clarity in this is going to help out that final product, right? It's also very nice if you happen to be teaching an entire summer of acid cocktails to do that. So if you also find yourself in that situation, I got you covered, pal. Okay, we're gonna make this one. We're gonna make it in this. How come we're gonna make it in this? Because I don't have any soda water. So we're gonna make our own soda water, all right? This is just a regular, do not go, if somebody's selling you a very expensive 2-liter plastic bottle, do not buy it from them. This is a regular old plastic bottle. It's got to be crushable. We want it to crush. We're going to crush it down here. And then let's make it in something else and pour it in there. That'll make it easier. Made it. Got it. I got it. Don't worry. Taken care of. Boop. Okay. Let's make this drink in here. So, yes, hashtag do not buy. Hashtag, oh, my mouse doesn't work. Hashtag do buy a mouse. Oh, hashtag do not buy. Instead, in fact, hashtag find garbage instead. That's what he thinks of this. Okay, let's make this drink. It's very, very simple. It is a lot of stuff that has to do with being hungover. So we're gonna start with our acidity and our sugar, right? The acidity mostly to balance out the sugar that we're putting in here. We're gonna be putting in 1/2 ounce of our citric acid simple syrup. Is that right? 1 ounce. 1 ounce of citric acid simple syrup. If you're asking how you made this, how you make that, it's a silly thing to ask. We just made it just moments ago. Just rewind this tape a little bit. It lives on the internet for most of the time. Okay, now we are also going to be adding our acid phosphate. Our acid phosphate. This is acid phosphate. It comes from someone named Max Sweeties. Max Sweeties. That's what we want. Acid phosphate from Max Sweeties. You can make it yourself. There's plenty of recipes online in the world. You can figure it out. It includes adding chalk, baking soda, phosphoric acid, and something else. It's a whole process. We're not going through the process. We're going to go ahead and put in, we're looking for around a 1/4 teaspoon of this. So I happen to know that this little spoon right here, if I get it to be a little rounded, is a 1/4 teaspoon. So we're going to get this, fill this up right here. It's like 2 pipettes. Really looking for about 2 pipettes. There we go. We're going to just dump this in. Right there. Now I do want to taste a little bit of this because I am my own crash test dummy. Put this right here. It's not great. It's very sour. Oh yes, thank you, Bon Bon, trying to save me. I just dropped stuff. It's not an earthquake. Very nervous about an earthquake here. A lot of rum. Okay, it's very sour. It's very clinically sour. What do I mean by that? I'm just gonna ask myself questions so I sound like a genius. I mean that it doesn't taste like lime, and it doesn't taste like lemon. It doesn't taste like acetic acid. It's just tart. It's just straight up tartness, right? Citric acid, malic acid combined, you get lime flavor, just citric acid, you get a lemon flavor. I'm not getting any flavor. I'm only getting, people don't know I'm doing a show? Come on. I'm only getting that kind of flavor. Okay. Here we go. So the only booze that we're putting in here is going to be our Angostura Bitters. Here we go, though. A real phosphate is, like a real phosphate soda, is pretty flavorful. A lot of times people will put in like chocolate phosphate. You put chocolate syrup, you put some acid phosphate, you put some soda water, you hit it up, and you have a lovely chocolate soda. Great. Angostura does not have the same flavors as, say, a chocolate, right? So we're going to go ahead and add one of these. Now this is a very special Angostura Bitters. This is from our very good friend and winner of the 2025 Cush Derby, Bon Bon. This is vanilla Angostura. I figured if we're gonna use it for anything, we might as well use it for this. It is Angostura. I'm sure Bon Bon will tell you all the whole process, but it's Angostura. It has some vanilla beans in here. That vanilla, the alcohol in the Angostura, which is 90, I used to have it super memorized. 44.7% alcohol, which is 89.4 proof. That's going to start pulling flavor from the vanilla bean. And now, instead of just having an Angostura that tastes just like trees, this one now tastes like trees and orchid pods, vanilla. We're going to be putting in 10 big dashes. All right, this is helping our hangover. The alcohol in here is going to help some of it, and then the medicine that comes from the root or from the bark and the roots and the herbs, everything they put in here, the medicine is going to help settle our stomach. So 2 different things. Let's go ahead and put in 10 big dashes. Excellent, excellent work. Ooh, smells very vanilla-y. Perfect for a little hangover, perfect for days, after it went too big. Okay, we want to get precise with this. So I did bring in one of these guys. This is a measuring cup. Maybe you guys will recognize these. I don't really know what these do, but I just hit this little 4 line right here. We're looking for 4 ounces of water. Pour that in. We're doing something weird. We're going to pour this right back in here. Show you what this looks like. Look at this. Look at it. It's like pink. Delicious. Okay, I want to taste this before we carbonate it, because right now we have acid phosphate and we have citric acid in here. So I want to taste it before we add our 3rd acid. Interesting. Very interesting. I thought that maybe I had wasted my money on acid phosphate. I thought I had. Now that I taste it, I realize I haven't. The acid phosphate is different than the citric acid. It is a more flat, sour, by itself, rancid. By itself, gross, disgusting, ew. But in a cocktail, or in at least a mixed drink, it makes the acid sort of stick around a little bit longer. Makes you think about it. Sits you down, maybe brought home bad grades, sits you down, says, I'm not mad, disappointed. You probably could have applied yourself a little bit more. That's how I'm feeling about this acid. Feeling like maybe I should have applied myself more. It's a thinker. It's a thinker. I'm gonna get a little bit more in here just to make sure that I know what I'm doing. Boy, that's really interesting. The acid phosphate, not only does it hit the front, like the tip of your tongue, it also sticks with you on the back. Whereas I feel like citric acid just sort of rolls around the middle of your tongue. This is very different than just at, okay, great, okay. I'm a little worried I'd wasted money after I tasted that. I haven't. Now it's time for trash. This is trash talk. We're gonna go ahead and pour this right in here. Oh, let me say real quick, this was pretty cold water when it went in. You want extra cold water. You want, if you can, refrigerate all your ingredients before you put them in here. The colder it is, the better it works with carbonation. The colder something is, the better it's going to be carbonated. Okay, we'll put that right there. Don't spill. Let's bring out the machine. This is the machine right here. This is a CO2 tank. I think there's still CO2 in it. We're about to find out. On the end of this, I have attached this little, I'll show you what it looks like. Looks like one of these. One of these. On this side, this is meant to go into bottles, 2-liter bottles. This side is meant to go into Cornelius kegs, but they put another attachment here so we can just clamp that on there like this. We can give this a little spin. Make sure it's all on there. There you go. Make sure it's nice and tight. Nice and pressed, nice and squished. We have to be able to put something in here. So we need to have a little space. And the reason that we do it in the plastic, I know I saw that Chuck was nervous about microplastics. They're in there. I try not to do plastic. The only thing you can do to carbonate that I've seen is plastics. If somebody has a better solution, talk to me about it. Okay, let's make sure that we are, okay, we're gonna turn this down a little bit. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's go here. Oh, there we go. Righty tighty, righty tighty, righty tighty. Quick, quick, quick. Okay. Whew. Terrifying. Okay. Everybody in. All right, so what we've done is we are force carbonating this into here. We want to give it a shake. We can start to feel that this is getting very, very intense. Now, this is a fun part. Oh, not that part. Here we go. Ready? Oh, yeah. Did you see that? That is all of the carbon. I'm going to take a guess at this. I'm going to say that's all the carbon that didn't get into the drink. But now we have all these bubbles. So as this carbon dioxide gas gets into the cocktail, it mixes with the water and it creates a whole new substance, and in an unstable substance called carbonic acid. And the reason that we get these bubbles is because this thing is not mixing very well with everything. The carbonic acid is not mixing very well, so all the carbon dioxide is bloop, plopping out of there. So that's what we're doing. We want to hit this twice, certainly, possibly 3 times. Okay, and then somebody just yell righty-tighty at me again, so I remember what I'm doing. Let's get this nice and there. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Amy asks, have I popped a bottle before? Not yet. Not yet. I have never popped a bottle so far, but also I'm a big chicken when it comes to it. So I don't really get, there's, you know, guys like the amazing Dave, Dave Arnold, he gets real deep into it. He trusts the plastic bottles. I do not. I do not trust the plastic bottles. So here we go. Okay, we're gonna go lefty-loosey. There we go, filling her up. Everybody popping out. And we're gonna go righty-tighty. Excellent. This is interesting. Just want to show, or I want you guys to hear this. I'm going to shake this a little bit and see if you guys can't hear the gas. As I shake it, more gas goes into it because more carbon dioxide is able to get into the drink, meaning that there's more room for carbon dioxide up here. I couldn't hear it either. Okay, here we go. Oh, let's lefty-loosey all this. Okay, here we go. Let's give it a shake. I'm gonna put it right here so you guys can see how fun it is when you take this off. This is everything just escaping from the drink. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's the look right there of carbon that could not make it into the cocktail. I think twice is fine. Carbon that could not make it into the cocktail that is now escaping. This is the unstable carbon dioxide gas that is, or the carbonic acid that didn't make it into the glass is now making it into here. Let's make the drink. Lots of ice. Too much ice. Just gonna pour it over. Now, let me explain real quick. We're pouring this over the ice right now because we didn't shake anything. Yes, we added 4 ounces of just straight water to this, but we need to have a little melting. The melting is going to make the ice a little warmer, but the drink a little cooler. So normally pour the liquid in first and then fill up the glass with ice. Not today. We want some of that motion to go over the ice, melt some of the ice, and go from there. Look at that pour. Doesn't all the bubbles let go? Oh, excellent question, Moose. Great question. Moose's question is, when I shake the bottle, aren't I releasing the bubbles? Just a little bit. Yes. When it's open, yes. But it is very important that when the drink is inside of this, that you shake it while it's attached to the CO2 thing. When I shake it afterwards, that's just me being a dork. But when you, because that's making the unstable carbonic acid react more with the water, which is then creating, the stable CO2 is now becoming unstable as it reacts with the water. So you need to shake it to make instability. Afterwards, don't shake it. This is a silly thing to do. But for right now, it's fine. But yes, if you decide that for whatever reason, the rest of your life doesn't really mean that much, and you're going to invest in a carbon, a CO2 canister, and then you go even bigger and you say, you know what, I don't even need to buy soda water anymore. I can just make my own sodas with this big old thing. I'm not into the corporate soda stream. Soda stream is, I don't trust the overlords at Soda Stream. When you are making this, it's very important that you shake it. I tried to get you guys to hear it, but when you shake it, more of the CO2 gets into the drink, creating more unstable carbonic acid. So the more you shake it, the better off it is. Great question there, Moose. When I shook it the second time, that was silly. Give this a little spin. And there we go. 3 different types of acid. Citric acid in a solution. We had acid phosphate as a sort of a backup to our citric acid to give us more of a rounded flavor or more of a complete sour. Not even a flavor, just a sour. And then the carbonic acid, which is getting in here to destabilize this. Is this the first thing I want to do? Waking up, having for the 10th, 12th year in a row, won the entire beer pong tournament at whatever party I'm going to, then played, 3 or 4 hours of cornhole and I don't want to brag or anything. My nickname when we're playing cornhole is the Surgeon. Very precise. I'm a very good cornhole player. Is the first thing I want to do wake up and get out the carbonator and hit it with this thing? No. Those loud noises, awful. But you can do it with just some soda water instead. This is a perfect little hangover cocktail. I'll have to try it again tomorrow, which means that tonight's going to be a big night. God, that's good. Okay. So good. So good. How does this drink help with a hangover? Good question, Bonbon. Let me go over it. Okay. So, few things you need when you're hungover. Do I play pickleball? Amy, do I look like I play pickleball? Yes. Yes, I do. I look exactly like I play pickleball, and I do play pickleball. Love pickleball. How does this drink help with the hangover? Okay, so soda. Soda water is going to help. This is these completely old wives' tales I'm about to tell you. Soda water is going to help all this get into your bloodstream quicker. The CO2 is going to help start moving things around. Something about having a carbonated water versus still water when you're hungover, it just seems to shake your brain loose. The citrus is going to give you the minerals that you need, that your body is lacking. Think about Gatorade, right? We're talking electrolytes. Probably put a little salt in here, it'd be even better. So we got that. We got 44.7% alcohol in the Angostura Bitters. So that is going to be the hair of the dog that bit you. It's just a little bit of booze, more than anything, just as a pain reliever, right? The medicine that is in the Angostura, the barks, the roots, the mysteries of all Trinidad and Tobago are shoved into one of those little bottles. That's going to help you out a ton as well. And then, of course, one of the things that you need the most, sugar. Sugar is in here. It's helping with the electrolytes. When you've been drinking, you're going to get dehydrated. You need those sugars in there. A little salt, maybe. But sugar, definitely. Almost nothing better than a donut and sausage sandwich when you're hungover. That's just free advice. I'm just giving that out. The acid phosphate is so interesting in here. If we have a little time, which we don't, we're gonna make one anyway. I wanna make one without the acid phosphate. Just wanna try it. We're not going to, forgot what that was. And it is a lot of Angostura. We're not going to carbonate it either. We're just going to go ahead and put in these two. These two little bits. So this is just one acid we're putting in here, plus 4 ounces of water. I only brought in exactly 4 ounces of water. Do I have a water bottle in here? Oh, I do have a water bottle in here. Hold on. And there's water in it. What a day. I got my Brando bottle. Let's put in 4 ounces of some water, too. There's 2. And there is 4. Same basic drink. No acid phosphate, no citric acid. I just want to see what we're even dealing with here. Give it a stir. Melt some of that ice in there. See how we did. Ooh! I got it. I know what it does. Woo! I know what it does. Okay. Okay. Anybody ever gotten hungover drinking too much Angostura? About to find out. Ooh, interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, this one, without the carbonation, let's be fair, no carbonation in here either, but I can tell the difference between carbonation. It feels just a little flat. This one, without the acid phosphate, feels very, and this is an odd word, very hollow. When you drink it, off the top, it doesn't fill up the space. Doesn't fill up the space even a little bit. This one fills the space. This one, from the moment it goes in to the moment it goes out, I'll tell you what happens when it goes out, but the moment that it goes down. Ooh. This one's much better. This one's much better. This one just feels blank. It feels, I know exactly what's in it, right? Citric, sugar, Angostura. That's all it feels like. This one got a bit of a symphony going on. Oh, I like that one so much better. That one's very boring. Good. Okay. So, in the end, this is what we would do. If you have a drink that is not necessarily reliant on a specific citrus, right? Think of a cocktail that relies on a specific citrus, like a daiquiri, right? Lime, big deal in those. You got it. The lime is a big part of it. I would argue sugar is an even bigger part, but we're not here to argue. We're all hungover. I'm not hungover. So everybody knows. This one feels like the the daiquiri is very reliant on lime. A lemon and rum drink is very different than a lemon and a lime drink, right? So if it's not that important, this one is mostly just for the citrus is there just to balance out the sugar, and then be an Angostura delivery system. The acid phosphate seems to just be adding sour, but it's adding it through the whole drink. So every part of this drink now is not got the hicks. Not necessarily a pucker your face sour, but it's a more complete sour all the way through. It seems more steady. Whereas this one, sour comes in, sour goes out. It's like this. Whereas this one's like this. This one, this. This one, this. Does that make sense? It's really tough to do a show like this where I can't just hand you the drink and have you guys all decide, because it's really nice. If you have a bartender that sits you down at the bar and explains every single thing about your drink, you're either going to say, shut up, it's a Jack and Coke, I don't need to know all about that. I don't need to know the history of Jasper, all right? We're fine. Or else, it's really interesting when somebody's very excited about their drink and then I hand it to you and they're like, oh, you got to go, okay, so look for this and look for this. But, you know, I didn't tell you guys to get acid phosphate before. That's not good. That's delicious. That's what I got. Okay, good. So I have an idea now of where acid phosphate fits in to the acid problem. It is an overall smoother out of acid in a whole cocktail. It's an overall, it's kind of like, anybody else, does anybody else do Photoshop 3 times a week? Because they have to put up a little picture of what they're going to do on their show. There's a thing on Photoshop that is like a blemish remover. Basically, you'll find a place in your picture, usually like on skin or something. I do it for the bar sometimes, like if there's like a hole in the bar or something. You find a place that doesn't have any blemishes and you push control and you click on it. And then that's your spot. And then you go to the place that has the blemish and then you just sort of smooth that in. That's what this is. Acid phosphate is a blemish remover from cocktails. Much bigger fan of this. Now, of course, we can talk about, sometimes there's a hole in the bar. What I mean by hole in the bar, obviously, is like there's just like little divots. So I'll bring you into divot cam real quick. Let me introduce you to some of the divots on the bar. There's a divot right here. See it? Just a little divot. Sometimes it's like right in front of where I need it to be, but this right here, that's a divot. There's a divot right here. One time, let me find it. There's another divot that I have right over here. Oh, no, it's right here. Let's bring you over here. Bring you to this divot. This divot right here, I slammed a bottle on the bar one time. I forget what I was doing. Something stupid. Doing something stupid. I went bong, and now there's a little divot wherever this bar is. And, sometimes, let me show you another little divot. Let me give you a little tour of the bar. This right here, you see this? This is a little piece of tape. That little piece of tape tells me exactly where to put the drink so that it is in focus, right? Because now that's in focus. And over here, if we look at this one, you can see it's right there in the middle. I needed a piece of tape to tell me that. Not smart enough to know where to put the drink, but that is there. But sometimes that shows up in a picture of what I'm doing. So I have to blemish that out. Anyway, acid phosphate, blemish remover for cocktails, for acid forward cocktails. Good old, so the clone, it's the clone stamp tool, but a little different than the clone stamp tool. The clone stamp tool will take exactly what you're doing and put it somewhere else. So sometimes if I need to like do multiple trees somewhere, you clone stamp the trees. There's another one called the blemish remover, and instead of taking the exact thing, it takes an idea. It takes half of the selected area and half the other one. we don't have to talk about Photoshop. We don't have to talk about Photoshop. I don't even use Photoshop. I use a free program called GIMP, and it's awesome. Graphic image multiplication processor, whatever it is. That is what yes, there we go. Thank you, Frank. He loves divot cam. Anyway, you guys have gotten a full tour of all the divots in the bar. You've learned about a lot of my photo process, or my Photoshop, my GIMP process. And we learned that acid phosphate is, for citrus cocktails, it is the blemish remover. So we have to, made a syrup, 3% citric acid adjusted. Oh, I bet that's delicious. May I suggest, WG, touch of acid phosphate. Remove some of those blemishes from the lychees. That's what I got for you guys. How long did we go? My goodness gracious. Each of these shows is becoming an hour. Yes, tell that bottle to hit its mark. Yes, there we go. See, now the drink is right on its mark. If you look at it, I think I bumped the camera a little bit. They used to, if you did this before, it used to look like it was just jumping right out at you. Anyway. That's what I got for you guys. Don't tell me who won the game. Thank you so much very much. Thank you so much very much. Thank you so much very much. Thank you so much for tuning into Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. I said we would decide about tomorrow. Guys, we're up in the air about tomorrow. I think, now that I think about it, we will probably do a show. I think I have to try the lactic thing again. I think we're going to do that tomorrow. If I will let everybody know as soon as possible whether or not we're doing a show tomorrow. The only reason we wouldn't do a show tomorrow is because I slept through it, and so I'm just I'm a little sleepy currently. Oh, it is jumping at us. That's not on accident. That's something I worked really hard to get going. Probably too long. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am, of course, Dr. Cush. Oh, I pushed the wrong thing. 1 second. Hold on. We gotta go out the right way. I'm Dr. Cush from Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks, and I am here to lead you in the dance party to end the show. Thank you. So yes, hashtag seizure cam. I didn't even think about it. That's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. We may or may not see you tomorrow. If not, we will probably be, we'll be back here on Sunday. We'll be back here on Sunday. If not tomorrow, maybe here tomorrow, but if not, Sunday. Thank you so much, and I will see your game is perfect. Thank you. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you later. Oh, thanks. One second. Hacker Troller VT. A little nervous about the name, but I'm excited to see it. Always nice to find a cocktail content creator. More of a cocktail guy. I don't know how the content is. Until next time, see you later. Couldn't get the stupid thing to work. Until next time, later.
That was a weird one, huh? That got so many acids just hanging out in the world. Hard to follow along with so much acid. Talking about Woodstock. I spent some time at Woodstock. Mostly I went there for the wood. Obviously, connoisseur of wood. Excuse me. But definitely also went to there for the stock. Turns out the acid was pretty good there too, and I really dug it. So anyway, that's what I got. Make sure you're watching these commercials. Hopefully, Cush is back here tomorrow. Otherwise, really, I just sit kind of in a dark little bar, hanging out by myself. So hopefully, he'll be there. If not, we'll see you on Sunday. This is, of course, Smokin' Joe saying thank you for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks, and also saying, hey, Jinga Jenga, hey, buddy, you wanna go to a concert? Love to get to a concert there with Dr. Jinga Jenga. But also, bye-bye. Until next time. Oh, do I have a Discord? Hacker Troller TV VT wants to know, do I have a Discord? We tried. We tried pretty hard to get a Discord. Nobody could figure it out. So we do have what's known as a Facebook. You can join us over on Facebook because that's what we could figure out. Other than that, we're very, we know how technology works. Okay, that's all the questions I got time for. Until next time, what do we always say? We say things like, bye-bye. It's me, Smokin' Joe, saying bye-bye.